But talk to us, Michele, about your personal story about your son who died from alcoholism.
He was 30. And
I'm so sorry. It's hard.
yeah, thank you for saying that. I can tell you it's just been a journey of healing. Kyle had been living with me prior to his passing. Um, he was an alcoholic. He had been an alcoholic since he was like 12 or 13 because he was living with his father, who promptly taught him how to do that. I never imagined that he wouldn't be able to overcome it. I always envisioned him living a beautiful, full life, but he couldn't overcome it. And I have to tell you, Aaron, I have a plethora of tools. I have a huge toolbox for helping the human overcome habits, overcome programs, overcome addictions, and to live a beautiful life. Aaron, you can't help people who don't want help. We can't love them enough for them, right? They need to love themselves. This all goes back to self-love. Love themselves enough to want to make a change, to want to do something, to reach beyond the comfort zone and to find something that can shift, that can work. And I couldn't help them. I couldn't.
I would like to introduce you to Michele Bellamond. She is the founder of Activate Your Vitality and the creator of the Vitality Trifecta, blend of breathwork, yoga, and meditation that helps accomplished women reconnect to their radiance, regulate their nervous system, and restore the energy they've been missing. She's known as the Vitality Queen, and she guides her clients into what she calls their full bloom blossom, a renewed experience of vitality, clarity, and divine alignment. Through decades of spiritual embodiment and her intuitive gifts as a channel and guide, Michele weaves ancient wisdom and with feminine principles of gentleness, embodiment, and energetic precision. Her approach is not about pushing harder, but about remembering the power that lives within, then nurturing it into full expression. Whether through one-on-one journeys, breathwork ceremonies, group classes, or her signature online experiences, Michele's mission is to help you clear old patterns, expand your capacity to hold light, and live from a place of radiant vitality. Because when your life force is flowing, every system in your body, mind, and spirit comes into harmony. And from that state of coherence, you don't just heal, you create the life you were born to lead. Michele, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. And I'm sure many of us need to hear what you are saying. So my first question to you is, what actually is vitality and why is it essential to fulfillment and success?
Vitality is the life force energy. By the way, Aaron, thank you for that introduction. I loved it. Vitality is our life force energy. And I feel like, okay, here's an analogy I love to use. A seed with no vitality won't sprout. A seed with low vitality will never blossom or fruit. Only a seed full of vitality is going to reach its full highest potential of a fruited blossom. It's similar to us. We are no different. Life force energy is life force energy. If I want to express my highest creative potential in my lifetime, I need vitality. I need vitality running through the body, the systems, and helping me, guiding me towards my full bloom blossom.
Say like life force energy. What does that mean? Does it mean something energetic? Is it spirit? Is it awareness? What is that?
Life force energy, you and I, the seeds, the plants, the animals, none of us would exist if there was not an element of divinity running through us. Everybody has a different name for that. And whatever name you call, creator of all life, the great spirit, the universe, source energy, God, I say God, all of that is what animates these humans, these the birds that are flying, the seeds that are sprouting. This is where our vitality is. That we all are connected. There's no doubt about it. And given our current cultures and societies, most of us have a lot of overlay that hides us from our truest essence. In fact, it's not taught, and most people don't know that they're more than a human body, right? And they're not aware of the body. And I know this because I've been teaching yoga for 20 years, and there's a consciousness that runs through the physical body. You know this as a trainer as well. And if I instruct the body to do a certain thing, it may or may not want to do it because it may or may not understand. That doesn't usually come naturally unless you are born into this world with your memory, or you are born into this world with guides. Your parents are guiding you. Your guidance surrounding you as a child is helping you to develop this.
It just wasn't taught in our age group because our parents didn't grow up that way. Most of my friends that I know, or, people my age, they were strict Catholics. Now I call myself a recovering Catholic, right? But, it was by the book. It was you're a sinner, you're born a sinner, right? You're going to go to hell if you sin. You should fear God. So, and then there's a block. There's a block from the connection of what's real. And so why do so many of us abandon our best intentions?
Our nervous system is dysregulated for the most part. Old patterns are running, belief systems that create the programs that run within your system subconsciously. So it isn't apparent consciously that you have a block, what we also call distortion in the field. But let's say, and we can use your business as a prime example. Somebody comes to you and they know that they want a better body. They want to lose weight. They want to look beautiful, but they can't seem to get past their sub program. And so they stay in a limbo. Or we also see where they'll achieve what they want, but then they revert back. And we can see this across the board: achieve success, failure; achieve money, failure, right? Because the nervous system is not feeling safe with the achievement. There's something in there that's dysregulated and says, you are no longer safe. Go back to the way you were. And one of the things we can all understand about this, it's evolution. It's the way the humans are programmed. We have an innate system in the human, the neurology, the subconscious, geared to keep us alive. And so what that means to the subconscious, which by the way, we are ruled 90% by our subconscious, only 10% by our consciousness, right? And so this is why people can have this beautiful vision, but then the subconscious is taking over and they're not achieving it. If we stay the same, the ego relates that to safety. If we move into change, now the subconscious, the ego part of us is saying, oh no, I think that's our danger zone. Don't go there. I don't know if that's safe for us. That's why it's important to keep extending our boundaries. I think there's absolutely no growth in the comfort zone. As much as we all love our beautiful feathered nest, there's no growth there. If we want to grow, we have to go into uncomfortableness, like a cold shower, right? Nobody wants to do that, but we train our subconscious to realize I'm safe. I'm still alive. It's kind of the same thing with all of the other things that we're trying to achieve in our life, right?
So what you're saying is you don't have to sit and hum ohms or sit quietly and cross your legs in order to meditate or to be
There
in a
are other ways
meditative
to
state. There
meditate.
are other
Yeah.
ways to meditate.
Yeah. And guided meditation is also helpful. It'll get you out of the beta into an alpha, maybe even a low delta. But changing the brainwave pattern is something all humans can work on. So learning to calm that brainwave and live in more stillness. I know that we've been taught to think about everything. Some of us were even taught, don't be so sensitive. Don't listen to your heart. It'll steer you wrong. And I'm just going to call bullshit.
You can say it. It's like
You know,
bullshit here.
yeah, it's bullshit. We need, this heart is the biggest magnetic field our body has. And when we learn to open and expand and live from this center, to really receive and to give from this center, it's bliss, it's miraculous, it's beautiful, because now we're connected and we're not going through the distortions here. And there's a calm about it. There's an ease, a grace, right? I'm not thinking about what to do. My intuitive guidance comes in and just clearly takes me exactly what needs to happen without having to think about it, worry about it, or have anxiety about it.
You teach a program called Reclaim Your Radiance, correct?
This is a new program, Erin. It's a 3-day event, and it's actually 90 minutes each day. I was going to do 60 minutes, but to be quite frank with you, I can hardly get a good yoga class into 60 minutes. And this Reclaim Your Radiance is designed to give the experience of the trifecta, the vitality trifecta, in this time frame. So the first day, we're going to work with breath work and regulation and really connecting to our divinity. When I connect people to their divinity and they have not been there before, it's so exciting for them. It's like, holy cow, this is what it can feel like. And that feeling is just unconditional love and expansion,
Right.
which many times we don't realize that we can expand into that. The second day, I'm going to work with yoga and movement, energizing, getting the systems open, the neural pathways open, the energy currents flowing. And then the third day, we go into a guided meditation to really set the new program. So it's a full experience. I think it's going to be a lot. And I am looking forward to just helping ladies and women just transform their lives into something that they want to experience. That they're doing it on June 10th. So just 2 weeks from today. It's, yeah, it's coming up very quickly.
How can people sign up for it?
You can go to my website, activateyourvitality.com. I will provide you a link to put in your description. And for your viewers, I will give them a discount code. It's normally $33. It's set super low so that people can just come. I don't want price to be a barrier, right? I want them to feel this freedom, this liberation, and this expansion, and how things can be potentially for them.
Well, I think anyone listening to this and has resonated with Michele, sign up for her program, because that sounds like an amazing, if anything, relaxation, connect with like-minded women, right? And get you off on a nice, beautiful way to start the summer.
And you know, one thing I didn't share with you is I really do walk my talk. I will be turning 61 this year in June. This month, I'm going to 61.
Amazing.
And I do believe that there is a new model coming out for us, as far as aging goes. I don't even
Yeah.
like to use the word aging. All right. So many people believe that we have to age and become decrepit. And it's okay to be sick, and it's okay to take pills, and it's okay. And you know what? Everybody's where they are. I'm not going to judge them. But what I'm going to say is there are ways that we can keep our vitality, our well-being, and be sharp in our mind and our body for as long as we're in this human body. And that's really my mission, is just to set a new paradigm. This is what it can look like. We don't have to become decrepit and get a walker and wheelchair,
Right.
and you're part of that change, Miss Erin. You're part of that. Keeping us strong and beautiful is absolutely part of that.
If you are a woman in midlife, and I work with women to get them strong and look amazing in a bikini, and then we show it off in a photo shoot. And as a result of my work, midlife women build strong, sculpted goddess bodies, nourish themselves with intention, reconnect to their deepest truth, and embody the warrior spirit they've always carried within.
Amen, sister.
Women, if you're ready to feel yourself like a queen, train like a warrior,
Yes.
and celebrate yourself like a goddess so you can unlock the unstoppable power that lives in your body, your spirit, and your soul, I'm your guide. All right, so Michele, this has been an amazing talk. I'm so excited
Likewise.
that you got the opportunity, and I got the opportunity to talk with you and to talk about your program. And so we will put all of your links in the description. And just like, what is your Instagram, just so everyone knows?
It's Activate Your Vitality. So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Activate Your Vitality. And that's also the name of my website. And if you want to reach out, contact at Activate Your Vitality.